DoubleKBeats, DoubleK Productions. I am back with you in Pre-Song Studio 15. Back with another tutorial. This is the final tutorial, part 5. I'm back. The single's in all major stores right now. You can also stream it at doublekbeats.com/music. You stream it free on there. If you do not have a streaming platform you listen to music to, okay? If you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post something. Thumbs up, comments, also get this channel back rolling, because I did take a hit. I say that in every single tutorial because I love you and you love me to help me out. Alright, this one's finally gonna be about, we're gonna touch on the intro, the outro, and then we're gonna touch on why it's important to have a reference beat, alright, to record to the beat and blah 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 and blase blase. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do the intro. You heard the intro already. We're gonna talk about the effects I got on the intro, because you don't want the intro. Sometimes it's calls for just raw intro with nothing, no effects, and just sounding how it sounds. So we'll play it.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back. You can tell her. Yeah. Uh-huh. Tell her. Tell her.
Okay, I'm back. You can tell them. If you heard it, all it is, same auto tune I have on my hook bus that I showed you, and the verse. I mean on the hook, not the hook bus. On the individual tracks I showed you in part 2, I have it on the intro, doing the same thing. And like I say, I was going back and forth. Do I need it on there? Do I not? So
yes, I'm back. I'm back. You can tell her. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. You can tell her. Yeah. Uh-huh.
so
Yes, I'm
didn't really make a big difference. So I left it on there. Okay, so we back though with an EQ, and like I showed you on every single tutorial, what I do in my EQs when it comes to the track itself. This is the track. This is the bus for the intro. Okay, that's why I got reverb right here, and I got the outro going. I mean the delay, outro and intro. Seeing the track is the delay. Okay, Lee. So I like the EQ. Take out a little bit of them lows right there on the track itself, and of course, I'm gonna add the telephone effect. That's what you hear. Yes, it still might be simple, and people may not use it in a mix, but it always works for certain things. Okay, so telephone effects always work. No matter if it's old, you might think it's outdated, whatever. I'm still gonna use it even if it's 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Something new come up. I still use this. Doesn't mean everybody know about it. Okay? So I use it. Yeah, so telephone effect on it works great. And a backdoor with the Renaissance Fox, just to give it some more present within the beat. Okay, so that's why we mix it. We mix it, everything together as a whole. So we try to mix everything together, and it sounds great.
yes, I'm back. I'm back. You can tell her. Yeah. Uh-huh. Tell her. Tell her.
And as far as why I use it, I put the gate on there because the gate works great. Takes out some of that this here without having to go in and be tedious and take it out. Cut it, which that's all great and dandy to do. I just use the gate on the Renaissance to take that noise out.
I'm, 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 I'm back. I'm,
How loud it is and present. Well, you put a gate on there.
I'm back.
And you hear that with everything going on.
I'm back. You can.
Okay. Gate, and then you comp it, and then you add the gain. Simple. Compression. All right. De-essing, not too major.
I'm back.
Need about a 1 dB of that, and then what I told y'all in part 4 is adding the wetter, the one knobs, just to give it the feel. It might have been part 3 of it, but anyway, go check out part 1, 2, 3, and 4 before you get to this one. Just to show you the things I've done to get the intro, the outro to sound good. All right. Okay, so I ain't got too much going on right here. It's just two, literally, just to give me a feel.
I'm back. You can tell. I'm back. You can tell.
Give me some more delay and some more, a little bit of reverb on it, so it's not too much going on. So if we,
I'm back. You can tell. Yeah. Tell 'em.
okay, so if we go to the outro, it should be the same. We do the same thing, the Pro EQ, but we add a little bit of that low end right there, low mids, or whatever you want to call it. Vox, same thing to the gate, we just got more of here, de-essing, the one major about it.
And that is about as real as it gets. When you trying to do right, they see wrong. When your light shine bright, they see clones. No double me, I'm.
And all I did was use the same reverb the verse have, and far as the intro, or as the intro and outro is the same thing. You mix the intro and outro on the same bus. That way I get the same feel and the same delay. Ping pong, quarter note, and then I got 35 feedback into it. Same high pass, low pass, and I add the lo-fi on there. And you always turn the analog off. I don't like all that excess noise. I add that in the mastering stage.
And that is about as real as it gets. When you trying to do right, they see wrong. Light shine bright, they see clones. No double me, I'm me.
And then the last but not least on that part, I added automation that because I didn't want that delay to be so loud. So
That's about as real as it gets.
okay, just so far as what the intro have, it has no automation on this delay. Delay is up front.
Yes, I'm back.
As far as the outro, it has delay. It has automation on the delay, so I didn't have to have it so loud. Yeah.
And that is about as real as it gets. When you trying to do right, they see wrong. When your light shine bright, they see clones. No double me, I'm me.
As far as the intro and the outro, that's the difference of what I've done as far as the mixing that into the beat. Intro, just added an auto tune to it because I felt like it didn't make a difference. I had it on and off. I put it on there, it sounded like different, so I left it on there. Telephone effect on it because it's a telephone effect. Just change it up, change the vibe up, and then go straight into the hook with a different vibe. So you just got to do different things to make people tune into it because the intro is the most important part. You want to catch their attention within 30 seconds of your song. So
Yes, I'm back.
You know what I'm saying? I already let you know I'm back, you know, just
Yes, I'm back. I'm back. You can tell 'em.
okay. All right. As far as that's the intro and the outro. All right. Why is it so important to have a reference beat? If we go over here, take this off, but turn it on, and we solo it out, it might sound a little louder because I did mix this in FL Studio, brought it over, and I also put a mastering fader on this, so it louder than the actual tracks itself because, like I say, you're mixing at the whole when you start adding vocals and stuff to it, so it's gonna sound a little lower than the reference beat will. Okay, so
Yes, I'm back. You can tell 'em. Tell 'em. Yes, I'm back. You can tell 'em that.
right. Because when you add your reference beat in there, you do not want to be recording. Let's take that automation on the stems because the stems will be overloading so loud that it will be so distorted that you cannot record on that. You're gonna be thinking that your vocals and everything that you're recording is clipping. And that's not the case. If you see red on here at the beginning, at the top right here, then yes, you clip. But if you just see red master fader, what that'll make you think of is, oh, I'm recording too hot. So that's why I say bring in the reference tracks that's already have a limiter on it. You just turn down the fader or turn down the clip gain on it. It don't matter. Clip gain here, turn that down. It don't really matter. Okay. So it always best to have a master track or whatever it's called from you bringing your stems over to record on. That way you get the good level and you don't have to turn it up and down or turn it up and down because it stays on zero. You just record on that, and then it's a good mix on the two track. You try to get the stems similar to that, but if it's not a good mix on the two track, then you can just mix your stems however you want. Stems the sound for your vocals to fit on.
Yes, I'm back. You can tell 'em. Tell 'em. Yes, I'm back. Got your back. Loyalty is what they lack. I'm back.
All right, that's why it's important to have a reference track, because you want to record on it, and also you want to have something to go off on if you already mix that beat in some other DAW. Okay, so that's why I brought that two track in so I can record on it and also see where my stems can sit at. And last but not least, this is it. This is the final part of it. If you showing red at any part throughout the song, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna play this whole song at the hook. If we
Back, you can tell 'em that I'm back. Niggas are faking, that's a fact. Can't trust a nigga that got your back. Loyalty is what they lack. Get these fake niggas off my sack. Get 'em out. I'm back, you can tell 'em. Tell 'em. Yes, I'm back. You can tell 'em that I'm back. We live life like we trap. We got one life, no comeback. We fight for right, that's attack. Point out humans like rats. What's that you speak?
the first red that we see on the master chain is right here. It hit negative 1 dB. I mean, it hit over a dB. So it's showing 1 dB it went over, okay, or 0.1. It went over that threshold of staying at zero. So when you start seeing this, you be like, oh, you clipping. Well, if you paid attention when I soloed this verse, when I soloed the hook, the solo of the verse, you did not see one red clipping. All right. So if you start seeing this on the master, you think everything is just distorted. No, what it's telling you, everything that's going on coming to this master, something is going over that threshold. That's what's getting distorted. It's not that your vocals was distorted unless you see red on its individual track itself, in which it will be right here. That is distortion. If you see red right here after you record it, after you get done recording, then that's was it distorted in FL Studio 5, okay? Not FL Studio 1.5, sorry. That means you was distorted. But if you see it right here, that means everything going on. That could just be your kick too loud with everything that all your vocals and stuff is just going over that threshold. So, as I say this to tell you this, before you go to your mastering, that's okay that you get that. All you have to do is add a mix tool on it. I put it at negative 2 dB. Now if we play this back.
Tell them, yes I'm back. You can tell them that I'm back. We live life like we trap. We got one life, no comeback. We fight for right, that's attack. Point out humans like rats. What's that you speak on?
You did not see a number one pop up right here after that hook got played, because what I'm trying to do, I'm also putting a mix tool on the master itself to give me some headroom for the mastering, but also that way we don't get that kick or a clap or whatever the case was that made it be at that -1 going over that threshold that you seen, making this be red when they get it for the mastering. Get what I'm saying? So if you send it to a master, he ain't getting red on his end because you have a mix tool on there, whatever dB negative at, making it negative at. Okay, so you gaining it down. That way they don't get that, and you giving them some headrooms. I recommend adding a limiter, sending it to the mastering guy, because he ain't got no headroom to work with. And also, it's already at his level, at his peaks. He can't master nothing with that. So I tell you to add a mix tool. Boom, at the right level. He can master it. He got headroom. He ain't showing red on his end. That's what that do. So just because you see red on the mastering right here doesn't mean your whole track is distorted, your vocals are distorted, and all that other good stuff. It just means something in this whole entire mix is peaking. Well, we can control that with a mix tool and also give us some headroom. Boom. That's a tip and a trick for you to understand when you're mixing your whole entire. That's it with this tutorial. Hopefully this one will help you. This is DoubleKBeats. Like I say, DoubleKBeats.com. You can find mixing templates, mixing prices, and everything you're looking for at DoubleKBeats.com. Especially beats. If you're an artist, you want to go purchase a beat, they definitely there. Okay, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Hopefully this series that helped you. I might be back with a part 6. Y'all stay tuned. Thank you.